In a dramatic turn of events, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore have joined the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB) in the fight for the release of detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. This has become one of the most significant civil rights movements in Nigeria's recent history, with a powerful coalition of activists, rights groups, and regional organizations declaring full participation in the nationwide Free Nnamdi Kanu protest set for October 20, 2025. In a statement found on Atiku Abubakar's X handle, he said the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu remains an open sore on our nation's conscience and a stain on our belief in the rule of law. Defying court orders that granted him bail is an abuse of power and an assault on justice. I, therefore, lend my voice in full support of the campaign led by Sowore for his immediate release or due prosecution. Also, Omoyele Sowore says he will set aside his differences with some politicians for one cause. He challenged every politician to join in the fight, saying the time for action is now. He urged every governor, senator, member of house, traditional ruler, priest, Igbo person, and every Nigerian who believes in Nnamdi Kanu's freedom to come out as he leads the peaceful march to the Aso Rock Villa. The movement on the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, MASOB, has announced its readiness to join the protest, reaffirming its long-standing support for Kanu since his arrest in 2021. MASOB leader Nnamdi says the struggle for Kanu's freedom remains central to the Biafran self-determination movement and urged Igbo leaders and stakeholders to reunite behind the cause. The protest, initially championed by activist and former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore, has gained strong momentum across the country and beyond, with supporters of Kanu reportedly flying into Nigeria from different parts of the world to join the historic march to Aso Rock Villa. Kanu's legal counsel, Aloy Ejimako, has continued to challenge the legality of the ongoing trial, insisting that his client's extraordinary rendition from Kenya stripped Nigeria of the jurisdiction to prosecute him. Ejimako likened Kanu's abduction to the 1984 Umaro Diko kidnap attempt, calling it a grave violation of international law and urging Nigerians to reject what he calls an illegal process disguised as justice. As the October 20 protest date approaches, the movement has moved from a regional agitation into a national campaign against perceived injustice, inequality, and selective prosecution. From rights advocates to political figures, from the streets of Enugu to the corners of Abuja, the cry for freedom and fairness is getting louder. The question now is whether the Nigerian government will listen or allow this movement to become another turning point in the country's long struggle for unity and justice.